Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby, shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she need a nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull master. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey.
What's the deal, people? It's your boy, the one and only, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. I got 2 guests in the house, you know. It's me against the world today. I ain't got no co-host. Ooh, let me turn that off. I ain't got no co-host with me, so you know it's me against the world. Who we got over here?
Me first?
Yeah, you first. They already know her. They just seen her before.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm Traineesha, new to the show. First time on, but been debating with Chris for who knows how long.
Hey, it's viral today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no government.
name.
Shh, no government. They might be
Viral.
looking for me.
I don't want to.
Oh, wait, I can't say my government.
No. I'm saying don't say my government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, they tweaking.
My bad. Been debating with Viral. For
Yeah.
who knows how long.
On God for a minute.
I debate with him all the time. I'm Sharon. Y'all know I'm back. Y'all know y'all wanted me back too. But anyway, I'm Sharon. And I had to come back on here because I had a few questions for him. He's been talking mad shit on Instagram.
That's
Mad
his job.
shit. So I had to come and represent for the ladies. You know how I do, y'all.
Now, the last time we had you on the show, you literally went viral.
I know, right? That's
Like,
my back.
That video literally is everywhere. Literally everywhere. I think it made it to the young, the Black and Wealthy page. They posted it. I seen Earthquake, the comic, the famous comic from Comic View.
I like him.
Yeah, on God. He put it up on his page. Like, that video went everywhere. Still to this day, like today, somebody stitched it on TikTok. Like, every single day, somebody is reacting or stitching to the video. So, if you don't know what video I'm talking about, me and Sharon, we had the debate about women choosing college degrees over their families.
Okay, so look, that was not it, y'all. He messed it up. So this is what I said. I said, and I do want to come and like add a little extra to it, my little 2 extra cents, because y'all was going at me on Instagram, like just really being mean, hurting my feelings. I'm just kidding. I don't have any.
They didn't hurt your feelings. They just told you the real.
I'm just kidding. But no, I think that a lot of people got it confused. I wasn't trying to say women need to pick between having a career and having a family. What I wanted to say is because how times are now, the economy, your salaries don't match, like, you know, the money. Like, I mean, it doesn't match, like, the income. It doesn't match the growth of how houses, you know, the mortgage, just all of everything. So 2 incomes are always better than 1. How are you going to have and build something with a woman that doesn't have anything to give but just be a housewife? That was my thing. Like, I'm not saying don't go get a man. Be successful, do this, do that. I'm saying for a woman, these day and age, it is good for us to have like a backup plan, because look at the economy right now. Like, we all struggling. It's just not just men or women. We're all like, it's hard out here.
So it sounds like
2 incomes are better than 1.
I agree with you there.
But we gotta have some type of something. Like, we gotta have some type of something to back up, like to bring to the table.
I agree with that
You get what
too,
I'm
but it
saying?
sounds like you changed your tune a
I
little
didn't
bit.
change it.
It sounds like you turning your tune
I
down
did
a little
not
bit.
change it.
No,
like,
you went
everybody
from we
jumped.
don't need a man. Girl, go get your degree. We don't need no
No,
man.
I
We
asked
could do.
you-
Now you kind of like, you know what? After reading them comments and they got in your ass a little bit.
No, this is the
Yeah.
thing. I asked you. I said, what would you rather tell your daughter? You said to get a man versus getting a degree, right? What's the most valuable?
You
thing
said
that
what's the most? What would you advise her
to do?
And I like what would be more important than the other?
Yeah.
So I said getting a good masculine protector, provider, like a good man. That is more important than silver and gold.
But
That's more important than your college degree. Hold on, let me clarify, because these fucking idiots in the comments, oh my God, so she just supposed to do nothing and just depend on this man? What if he died? What if they break up? Like, first of all,
he go to jail.
hold on, let me just ask the
What
viewers.
if y'all break up?
Why are you guys' mindset set on the worst possible scenario? So why, whenever you think of things, you think of the worst possible thing that could happen? What about thinking about things that could go right? Why does your mind see? You guys need to adjust your frequency, change your mindset. Stop always thinking of the worst and start thinking of the best, because your reality becomes what your thoughts is. So instead of thinking about what if he dies, what if he leaves, well, what if he stays? What could go right? So let's just say that she ignores all that and does what most modern women are doing, chasing this degree, chasing this and that. How long does it usually take to gain a degree on average?
On average, I'll say 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so around what age?
Probably like 25, 26.
Okay, so
To like you got a job and like you getting a nice little chunk of change by that time.
okay, so you don't usually get set off into your career till about how long after college? If you get your degree at 25, around what age would you be set and comfortable? Like, you know what? Now I'm ready to date.
No, you see.
No,
you can
answer that. No, answer that.
No, you can meet someone in college.
Yeah, but you saw me say that.
No, I didn't. I said that in the comments. Y'all go back and look at the comments. I said that most people meet their mates. A lot of married people today meet their mates in college. They meet them at work. They meet them out and about. How I'm gonna meet someone of value? Because I don't want to just go out and meet no knucklehead that might end up in jail, that might a scammer. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't want to go out and I want to meet a man of value. Yeah, I gotta go to
look,
where
you
I'm
figured
gonna
that.
Be posing. I'm gonna just be going to
look,
school.
I'm gonna give you that
and not taking classes.
But you figured that out after the backlash during the show.
I didn't.
No, look, during the show.
Oh my God,
you didn't have that stance. So let's just say, because you said
it
about 25, right? It's gonna take you a while to find a job. You got to work that job. You got to move up the ranks in that job. By that time, you like 30 plus. By that time, that's called the wall for a woman. So now that you hit the wall, men are looking for women that hit the wall to start a family with. So it's already too late. That's why I was saying you should prioritize finding that family, because the career's not going nowhere. You're going to find a career, but you should prioritize finding that man while you have the time and your options are at its greatest.
But how am I find that man if I'm not in school? How am I find that man if I'm not in a place where like-minded people like me or like someone else? If I want to find me a doctor, where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna try to be a nurse. I'm about to try and I'm gonna be somewhere. Like, how am I gonna do all of that if I'm at home? Like I was asking you, how are you telling your daughter the best thing that she can do is get a man, when the best thing she can do is actually get some type of education?
The best thing you could do is get experience and just
some
to go
type
out
of
there
something.
and enjoy life and find happiness. I feel like, I don't know how the debate came about where it was like just these two options where it's like, do you go get a degree or do you go get a man? But I feel like, why does it have to be one or the other?
Exactly.
Why can't I be, if the situation was like you with somebody and it's like, all right, you gonna either go away to college or you gonna stay here with this person, you got to really just weigh out how you feel. Like, and the circumstances are going to differ for everybody, because you don't want to settle just because you got a man don't mean it's the right one for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just because you're young and you got a man that you with at this moment, it doesn't make that person the person that you are supposed to end up with. So I don't necessarily think it can be weighed down to just those two options.
And I also think that we don't even learn ourselves until our late 20s. Like, you don't even know what you want, like, out of life. You don't even know your person. Like, you making mistakes. You doing all of these things, like, in your 19, 20, 21. You're making all of these mistakes. So it's like you really don't even know who you are until you hit, like, that peak of 25, 26. That's
okay.
When you learn
Let me
who
stop
you
you there.
are.
Let me stop you there. Let me respond to what she said, because she touched on a lot. Then I'm gonna respond to what you said. Now, it's pretty clear you didn't watch the video. So let me.
I did see the clip.
Oh,
I
no,
may
you
not
saw
have
the
seen
clip,
the whole,
but not in its
episode.
entirety.
Yeah,
Okay,
the entirety of the
because
episode.
to the people who only responded to the clip, if you actually watched the video in its entirety, I actually stated what you said.
Okay.
That, hey, you can do both. Every other race of woman does both. I even put up a clip. If you go to my TikTok, I put up a clip showing these other races, showing their wedding rings at their graduation day. So they already found that person before they even graduated with that degree.
Right.
And I'm going, hey, why can every other race do this except our women? We don't have a problem with you guys getting degrees. That's a misconception. That's like false information put out there. Cause she even said, well, black men, y'all are throwing it in our face when we get degrees. No, we're not. The problem is you get your degree and
act like you don't need a man.
then you act like you don't need a man. Every
you
other race,
better.
they get their degree with the thought of this is gonna help my family. So I'm getting this degree to earn more money. It's gonna help my family.
Right.
Black women are the only women saying, I'm gonna get this degree and now I don't need a family.
Right.
No,
That's
not
where
what
the
we're
problem
saying.
comes in at.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying we're gonna get this degree, and your ass can't cheat on me. Cause guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to leave and be okay.
Studies are showing that
That's
you're
what
not
it is.
okay.
But the white women, they're going to say, "Oh, you can cheat on me, and I'm still going to work." No, you're not doing both.
So tell
you gotta
me-
pick one. You gotta pick one.
Okay, so would you consider yourself a traditional woman? Would you two, a traditional woman or a modern woman? Do you know the difference?
Would you like to say the difference?
No, I'm
Before-
I'm asking. Like, what
Oh,
do you
okay.
consider yourself? Because when we use phrases like modern women, we usually get a lot of pushback. Like, what you mean modern woman? I'm traditional. So before I label you,
I don't even want to really be labeled as either, because I feel like that's kind of the problem. It's like we always are trying to conform to these social constructs. We always trying to conform to what the idea of something is, when it's like and being somebody who is engaged with someone, when you find somebody, like when you find your person, like you learning that person and y'all learning as you go. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can have these ideas that you've grown up with. You can have these, ideals that you think you're supposed to follow to get to this happy place, but you realize that everybody is different. Like, so I feel like to label somebody as like modern or traditional, like I don't feel like I want to be labeled. I feel like I want to kind of explore who I am as I go. And I can take traits from both. Who says I can't be a little bit of both? Who says I can't be a mixture of traditional and modern? Who made these rules that tells me I have to be one or the other?
Men.
see, my problem with
That's
that
what it
is
men.
things have labels for a reason. Everything in the world is labeled for a reason, but for some
Control,
reason,
to
women
control
don't
people.
like to
Mhm.
be labeled, because when you're labeled, now you're held to certain standards and certain rules come with certain labels, and it's almost like you guys want to just make up the rules as you go. Like you said, at 19, 20, 21, I'm learning myself. And you said, I want to get experiences. So what type of experiences?
I mean, life itself. How will I know what life is if I don't go out and live it?
I know, but can you be a little specific?
I mean, just in general, just like what it is to have fun, what it is to experience different things that you've never experienced. Like when you're young, you want to be an adult. When we young, we go into the ice cream truck and getting a little bubble gum that's look like a cigarette, and we pretending like we smoking. Like, when we young, we go and try to smoke weed, we drink alcohol. These are experiences. These are things that we've never done as a child, that we couldn't do, that we didn't have access to.
Okay,
So we living.
smoking weed, having fun. That sounds like that comes with irresponsible choices. Because let's just be real.
Definitely.
Like we gonna cut through the bullshit on
Definitely.
this episode. When women say, typically, not all women, so please don't say all women, but typically, when a woman says experiences and have fun, she's usually talking about being promiscuous.
No, definitely not.
I'm not saying
but
you.
I'm saying why can't
hold
it
on,
be
let me
having
finish.
fun?
No, in general, when the women say having fun,
Like,
in
have you ever been to
general-
a rave?
Have I been
No.
to a rave?
Well,
No,
I
but I
wanna
want to
go
go
to
to a
one.
rave.
That's what I'm saying.
I do
You
wanna
wanna
go to
to
one.
But you know what happens at raves? Women getting fucked.
I mean, I don't.
They getting
I-
high,
That's
they
not.
popping
That's
pills,
not at all.
and they
but
getting
Here's
fucked.
the thing. I've never even
Is that
popped
what
a pill.
that's what happened?
Listen.
I've never done any pills.
I'm glad she said
Oh
that.
I've
my
never done any
God.
drugs. I want to go because I want to experience.
You are
And
like
they do
putting
drugs.
rules.
They do a lot of
No,
drugs.
look,
at
I'm
raves.
being a realist. When you think of a rave, they're
They do
going,
have- they
they're
do
popping
do a lot of
ecstasies,
drugs.
they're taking mushrooms, they're
I wanna
getting
take
high,
shrooms,
they're getting
though.
spaced out.
I want to.
And them bitches is in there getting fucked. So
See,
just
but
the fact that
that's-
she said a rave lets me know Fun is revolves around
That's
promiscuity
music.
for women.
That's freedom
He wants
to
put
be.
it in a box.
Yeah, you want to put it in a box.
not
of,
putting it in a
of
box.
promiscuity, and it's not. It has nothing to do with being promiscuous.
Okay, so when I ask
it has
you,
everything to do with being able to go out and experience things that you maybe never experience things that you've never had the access to experience, but it doesn't have to be sex. It can literally be fun. Sex does not have to be the only thing that equates to fun.
I agree,
That's
but
what men
can
think.
you label?
Maybe that is as a man, from a man's perspective.
Can you label what is considered fun that you can do?
I just named
No,
like-
I'm asking
Okay.
you that you can't do as a married woman that you could do as a single woman. Like,
Name 5 things that I can repeat the question. I'm
no,
sorry.
I said name. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it a number because I just don't want to be like name infinity. Name 3 things that you are considering as fun that you can do in your younger years, not married while you're single, that you cannot do if you were married.
that you cannot do while you're married.
Because you said it's not revolved around being promiscuous.
Well, I feel like
so you
that's
should be
the
able to
main
do
thing.
both. So
I
you should
feel
be able
like-
to do both.
I feel like having like the sexual side of it is like the main thing that you can't do as a married person, but that's not the only thing that fun is. I'm saying I feel like your question is backwards. I feel like you should
He
be
be trying to
asking
trick
what
people.
can you still do
So
as
you
a married
just-
person that you consider
Hold on.
fun.
Okay,
I feel like
hold
your
on.
question is
Hold on. Well, I don't want to
maybe
talk too fast for the
constructed.
audience. You said fun does not have to be about being promiscuous. So I
Right.
said, cool. Name 3 things that you because you said, well, I'm married, I can't do certain things. So I said, all right, cool, I agree. But name me 3
She didn't
things.
I
say
didn't
that.
say that. When did I say that?
You make that up.
When did I
Look, y'all,
say
he be
that?
making stuff up all the time.
When did I
Like, this
say
not
that?
the first time he be making stuff up. It's not.
Okay, let me rephrase that. You said certain things that we didn't have access to. Cool. So if it's not about being promiscuous, whether you are married or not, you should be able to do it, correct?
Yeah.
The same exact things, right?
Yeah. And
So-
I would do them with my partner.
Okay, so I said name me 3 things.
I would do
that you
shrooms with
consider
my
fun.
partner at Coachella.
Okay, so for you it's a drug thing.
No, it's not just drugs, but you told me if I can't name sex, why can't I name drugs? Why are you trying to limit the things that I can name?
I'm
Because you
li-
want it to go back to being sex, or you want it to be a dead end. And it's like, no, there are other things
So
that
I'm
you
just,
can do that
I'm
are
just
fun.
simply
I could go on
asking,
a road trip and not even take no drugs. I could, what is that, Route 44? I could go drive, do a whole
66.
road, Route 66. I could do a whole road trip and stop at different places
So
and try
is it
different
safe to
foods that I've
agree-
never had.
So is it safe to agree what I said
No.
before we even went through this back and
The
forth?
labels?
No, not the
You circling
labels.
back to the labels.
Is the fun part is just mainly being able the freedom to be promiscuous.
No, because I just named 2 things for you. I just said I would go to Coachella and do shrooms. That's music, that's drugs. I said I would do Route 66, that's going and exploring the world, traveling. How is that not something that you can do married and single?
Are y'all hearing this?
I'm confused.
Are y'all hearing
where
this?
we went
Okay, so
wrong.
I'm not crazy. Okay,
I mean, I can't
outside
see.
of sex and drugs,
Okay.
let's take sex off the table. Let's take drugs off the table because I don't think
Okay.
any valuable man is gonna want his wife doing drugs.
I'm talking about shrooms. I've never done drugs. Only drug I've ever done is I've only smoked marijuana. I've never popped a pill in my life.
I don't know any.
I've never
I don't
did
know
coke.
any.
I've never done
I don't know
anything.
any type of valuable man, any type of high quality man wants his wife doing shrooms.
My
Yeah,
man
so
would do
let's-
shrooms
okay.
with me.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what type of man? What's your ideal man? Let me ask you that.
My ideal
Because it sounds like
man-
you have a out of the box type of.
Like I said, somebody that we're learning each other and we're growing with each other. We make mistakes together and we learn from them together. Like my ideal man is someone who will allow me to teach him and I also learn from him as well.
Okay, when I say describe the type of man, I mean like as far as like what he would do for a living, how much money you would want him to make, the type of lifestyle you want to live, middle class, upper class, lower class, like that.
I
want to
build an empire with my man.
Okay,
like,
let's start
don't-
from ground zero because we don't want to just stay philosophical. I want to build an empire and this and that because then we can get into statistics and then that'll be pretty much killed. Majority of people are average. Majority of men make 40,000. Majority of women make around 37. So you ain't building an empire making that type of money. So
mean, you gotta start from somewhere, like you just said.
realistically, what is the ideal lifestyle that you want to live? And then we could go from there.
I would want to live a comfortable lifestyle. My man would have to make probably at least $80,000 a year.
Okay, so you want an above average man.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it matter the type of occupation he is? He
I mean,
does.
well,
Does he have to
my
be
husband
college educated, or
my
can he be
husband,
a
my fiance right now is currently incarcerated.
ooh,
So that doesn't take away the value of him as a person. I'm not dating someone and I'm not looking to marry someone just because
hold on, pause,
of
because that you talked over that kind of quick.
what do you mean?
You went from building an empire
Yeah. You gotta start from somewhere.
hold on. You said I want to build an empire, but I want to make an 80,000, but he's incarcerated right now.
Yeah. That don't just because he's incarcerated means that he won't ever get to that status. Do you believe that you will ever get to that status?
I'm not saying that, but I know.
Do you believe that you will ever get to that status?
I don't know what that status is. You haven't put a number on what you consider an
We
empire.
did. I mean,
No,
we
you
just
didn't
said how
put a
much
number
you would,
on what you consider an empire.
Do
We
you
can look
believe
up
that
the
you will get to
little.
the status that you will have an empire? Do you believe that you will get to the status where you make a substantial amount of money?
I make
You
a substantial
personally.
amount of money now.
Okay, and you
I'm
were
already in the top
incarcerated
15%
before, right?
now,
You
right?
were incarcerated. So what is the issue with what I just said?
The issue is the odds of that happening is slim to none. If you look up
So-
actual statistics, the odds of that is slim to none.
Okay.
You would be better off looking for something more realistic is what I was getting at. Because every woman, if we line up 100 women, 90% of them is going to say what you're saying. I want an empire. I want this. I want
But
that.
are
can't
90%
describe what an empire
of
is.
them going to be in a relationship with someone that they see potential in who's in prison right now that they know that they can build with because they're already doing it?
Okay, let me ask you this. What's your definition of an empire?
My
Maybe
definition
we
of
got
it-
two different definitions.
My definition of an empire is being able to take care of my family and passing down something to my family and to my kids that will help them have wealth, something that they will be able to carry out. I want to build something for them.
Okay, what do you consider?
I want to be able to be self-employed,
Like a legacy.
and
What-
I want my.
Let me ask you this: what
Go
do you
ahead.
consider wealth? Like what number do you? Because you said
I mean,
80,000. That's nowhere near wealth.
That
so
you said that wasn't
She
the
wants-
conversation.
she
You
just wants
jumping
generational
around.
I'm not
wealth.
jumping
You
around.
did because
No,
you said
look.
how much does he have to make before we get to the empire? You
No.
said before we get to the empire.
I said, how much do you want your ideal man to make? I said the average guy makes
And that was-
40,000.
And that was before
You
we
said
got
around
to the
80.
empire. And
You
yeah,
said
that
around
was
80.
before we got to the empire
Okay,
because you
so
tried to
what
shut down
number-
my empire there. You said we're not going to get all philosophical and talk about empires. Like you got to start from somewhere. And so I reversed for you. I backtracked for you and said, okay, if we're going to have to go from him, working before we get to that empire, this is where I would see you starting. And I'm already setting myself up to the point that I'll be able to help set him up when he comes home to be able to do those things.
Okay, let me simplify.
So
Okay, let's
I
simplify
understand
this.
that
No,
the
no, no, look.
statistics may be
No,
against
look, let's
it, but
simplify
I'm already got shit in motion
Okay,
to make
let's
it
simplify
where we
it.
defeat those odds.
Let's simplify it because I don't want to argue back and forth about what your definition, my definition is. What is let's put a number on this empire because you said wealth and you want to be able to pass it down.
Right.
So at what dollar amount you feel you guys are going to hit that you consider to be wealth to pass down? Like, what do you mean, like land or businesses?
I mean, I
Both.
don't have. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a cap on it. Why does it have to Why does it have to be a
Both.
cap on it? Why are we capping our dreams?
Because to have a goal, you have to have finish lines
yeah.
to meet.
But I mean, that's for sure. I've got plenty of short-term goals and long-term goals. But like I said, why do I have to put a cap on what I view as an empire? Because there's so many different ways that things could go. Like, I feel like that's small-minded to try to put yourself in a box and say, this is what I'm going for, and this is it. Like, I feel like there's so many. It's so many different avenues that things could go. So many different routes that things could go. Like, I feel like trying to put a number on it and throw it in a box is, to me, is
Okay, see,
It's
you're
thinking
doing a
small.
lot of talking, but then you're doing a lot of dancing and avoidance. I'm trying to get a number because you said I have a
But this
plan.
is your. This,
Listen, you said I have a plan already set in motion for him when he gets home.
right,
So by a plan, that means, okay, to build this empire,
right.
we got to reach this dollar amount to open up this business. This business
The
costs.
business is already open. That's what
Okay,
I'm
let
saying.
me
That's
ask
what
you
I'm
what-
saying. It's like I feel like what you trying to dissect what I got going on is not.
Okay, so you don't want to put a number on it.
I'm not gonna put a number on it. No.
Okay, so
I think we should circle back to the.
no, we're gonna
initial
circle
topic.
back. I was just trying
To
to
the
I was just
labels
trying to
of
prove a
modern-
point that when women use
And
these
traditional
terms,
women.
like building empires and things like that, they don't really actually know
But
what it takes or what it even means,
I
because
already
she
have a
can't really
business.
put
We already
dollar
have a
Don't
business.
say
on
she
it,
don't
right?
know.
I already have a business that's been
get
established
on my
since
fucking
2020.
No, I'm not shitting. No,
This is why I'm
time
not
out.
talking this time, y'all.
I'm
He
not
twisting
trying to
words
shit on what you
around.
got going.
No, but
Can
I'm
we
just saying
talk
you're
off
trying to
camera?
put
But
because
listen,
you're trying to
hold
put
on,
numbers
hold
on it when it don't
hold
have
on.
to
You
be
can't
numbers.
overtalk the host.
I'm
Hold
learning
on,
business
steps.
today.
hold on. You can't overtalk the host. Can't
It's a
overtalk the host.
process.
I'm gonna let you get your shit off, but you cannot overtalk the host. I'm not shitting on your dreams or not telling you not to believe in yourself. I just specifically was trying to make a point that when women talk, it's very unrealistic, because you guys throw words around, don't know the real definition, don't know really what it takes. The only thing y'all say is things like, well, I'm gonna manifest it and I believe in this and that. It's like, okay, cool. Do you got a business plan? Not really. Okay, well, how much money does it take? I don't really want to put a number on it. We just gonna make it from prison to this empire.
Okay, can I go now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we already have a business that's been established since 2020. I've already established a nonprofit. I write grants. I've already worked for the county where I'm already, as soon as my husband hit them gates, he's already enrolled in multiple programs where he's gonna be trained and certified to do different things that's gonna in turn work for my business.
Okay, let me give you some
So-
numbers. Let me give you some numbers. How much of the population do you guys think are millionaires? What percentage of the population?
Millionaires?
Yes, are millionaires.
Probably like 14,
Yeah, I was about to say
13.
10, 15%.
Okay, because you said empire. So empire, you would at least need to be a millionaire. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say around 14, you say around 18.
I think we
I
said
said
around the same. Yeah,
14,
she said,
yeah.
I said somewhere between like 10, 15%.
It's 1%.
A
Million?
million? Or
Millionaires.
does that
Billionaires.
No, millionaires.
I'm gonna Google
1%.
that.
1% of the population
Of what
are
population?
millionaires.
The world or the United States?
Yes.
I know about.
No, listen. I'm gonna give you the
But
stats.
then you gotta
I
be
know.
like,
I'm gonna give you the stats.
Maybe
Hold
3.
on.
I might know
Hold on.
personally.
I'ma tell you
1%. 86
make
Listen.
I'm
over
gonna tell you
6
something,
figures.
Chris.
Listen.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you something.
No, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
let you tell me.
Go ahead.
1%.
Go ahead.
Now you-
Reported.
Now you say marriage is not important. It's more important to get your college degree first, correct? Getting a man isn't as important as a college degree.
No, I said that 2 incomes is better than 1, but I do think that a woman needs to have some type of skill, some type of something. Like, I do think that we should not be teaching our girls to get a man. Like, what if Beyonce dad was like, oh, the best thing you can do is get a man, stop singing. Or the Williams sister was, hey, get off the court, go get you a man. What do you think those women would be right now if those fathers?
Do
was
you know you
supporting
have
that?
a greater
But
chance?
no,
listen.
no.
You have a
No,
greater
He
chance.
He don't even want y'all to try.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
At
have
all.
a greater
At
chance.
all.
Chris just wants you to lay down
No,
on
look,
your
because
back.
she says she wants
get
to
a
build.
man.
She
The
wants to
best
build
thing
an
you can do is
empire.
be able to take care of yourself.
That-
That's
I
the best
agree.
thing you can do.
No, listen. She says she wants to build an empire. That means millions. You have a greater chance
It don't
reaching
have,
that.
It doesn't even
as
have
a
to be
couple.
millions. It has
She
to be
said
something
she
to
wants to be
pass down to my
comfortable.
children. That's what I said. I want to be comfortable and
And
be able to
wants to
pass
make-
down something to my children, whether they want to sell that business, whether they want to run that business, whether they want to sell that home, whether they want to live in that
So
home.
are you now?
I want
so
to
are
be
you
able
now?
to pass down to my
Are
children
you now recanting
wealth.
what you just said 5 minutes
No,
ago?
Chris, you're trying to reword what I said 5 minutes
No,
ago.
listen,
And it's
listen.
funny because she
Hold
keeps
on,
catching
listen,
you
'cause you're
throwing
talking-
out different.
No, listen.
Girl, I catch him all the time.
Listen,
Okay.
you talking fast, but I don't think you hear. I don't think you
I
hear
think
yourself.
I think that
Because
you
before
are
I just
making-
went into that whole statistical tirade, I asked you, in order to
Build it-
in order to be considered an empire, would you consider that you had to be a millionaire? You said
millionaires, yeah,
yes.
to be considered, yeah.
So now 5 minutes later, you're just saying it don't have to be millions.
I'm
Which
saying
one
for
is
me,
it?
I want to be comfortable. Why do I'm saying there's a
Her
social norm
definition of
an
empire is not no million. Like,
the
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 same as
idea of
yours.
an empire for society,
That's
yes, I
all
would
it
say it
is.
is
Okay,
definitely
so she just-
millions.
so
but
she's
when you
contradicting
originally
herself.
asked
Do
me,
you-
I said I wanted to be able to pass down wealth to my children. I wanted to live comfortably. I want to be able to give something to my kids. So if they want to operate it or if they want to sell it, that's up to them. That's what I said originally.
Okay, so she's contradicting herself. Mind you,
Okay, Chris.
they're gonna see.
I mean,
listen,
viral.
we're gonna watch. You're gonna be able to watch all this back and be like, "Damn, I fucked up."
I have no problem.
She's clearly
standing
contradicting
corrected.
herself. She has
I
no
had no
real
problem
definition
standing
of an
corrected.
empire. It's more of this. I'm going to manifest and create this
I
wealth
never said
out
any
of
of these
thin air.
words that this man is
You
saying.
just want to
You
know her
just
game
created
plan. And
all
she
of
didn't
those
give it to
words.
you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't get
I
a
want to know
juice.
her
But
game plan.
anyway,
You can't
let's
get-
get back to the
I feel
initial
like
question.
I feel like somebody who has been incarcerated should know what it like. But I'm not. I'm gonna say less.
We need to get back to the initial question.
But go
about
ahead.
the traditional.
Yes, I have been
and
incarcerated.
Modern woman.
I'm also in the top 15% of earners of men.
But you said that
But
doesn't
that's
happen
also
often. But
you also have about a 1% chance of actually doing that.
But
If you look up the
I
rate,
know a millionaire that's in jail right now. He can get out in April.
Exactly. You don't. It's so much money.
okay, see
I'm not
this
gonna
is
say
the
his
only
name.
problem I have.
I'm not
with
gonna
women.
say his
Like, I'ma
name, but
stop
he get out in
talking.
April.
I'ma say
He on his
less.
house in Lake Elsinore.
This is the only
all
problem I
waiting
have
for
with
him.
women. When you
It's
give
all
them
waiting for him
statistics,
right now, but
it's
I'm
always, you know what?
Because statistics are what's
Fuck the
reported.
statistics.
I mean, those
what would you
statistics
like to
are what's
go off of?
reported.
What would you like to go
I
off?
don't- I'm just
Imaginary?
saying-
What's
no,
in your
we
mind?
can
It
use
ain't-
statistics, but just like you said, the millionaires, you will have millionaires that'll look at you and be like, it's more millionaires out there. It's just that they not reporting that because of what comes with having to report that.
You see why the Chinese only take cash? When you go to the
it's what
Chinese
you
people,
report.
they only take cash.
Even with
they don't
like,
report all of that.
That
They
shit is
got
not, it's
they
not
got
reported.
bank. And
so
the
it's like it'd be the fact that you
Look,
go
look, we
so
gonna
hard
call- we
for
gonna-
a
we-
stat,
nail shops,
and it's like we all
Chinese
know
food,
we
they
gonna
all
close on
only
that topic.
take
cash.
Look, we're gonna close on that topic.
They don't be reporting it.
because
I'm
she's-
saying it right now.
She's
here on the
already
Viral
made
podcast.
it clear. I try to
Chinese people
pull it
don't
out of
report
her
they money.
multiple different ways to get a number. She doesn't want to give any numbers, which makes me to believe that she doesn't really know what she's talking about. So let's move along.
Oh, me, right?
Correct.
Okay. It's okay.
Ladies,
Girl, he
I
did
Let
can
me
me
ask
show
y'all
you
this.
better than I can tell
He did
you.
me like that too.
let me ask y'all
It's
this.
okay,
Do
I
you
can't.
believe dating is a competition?
I do. I
Amongst
think
like what each other? Or
between women, it is. It's
No,
a
between anybody. Like, as far as, let's just say,
Men,
I want to
women.
date you. I'm in competition with other men that want to date you and vice versa. The guy that you're after, you're in competition with women, whether you know them or not, to get this guy. Do you guys believe that? Because a lot of women, when I talk to them, they be like, I'm not competing with no bitch for no man. If I'm in competition, she can have him.
Okay, so look, I think this is where you get the disconnect. I think most women don't want to be in competition with a man that's already like got a woman that says like, hey, this is my girl. Like, you met the girl and everything. Now, if he ain't saying like he got a girl, we know that he's not in a relationship. We know that he doesn't live with someone, because some men be like, oh, I live by myself, but they really be living with their baby mamas. That's another topic. But so I think that us women, when we say we're not in competition, we're not in competition with those women because that's your man. We're not trying to compete with you with your man. But as far as like if a man is out in the dating field and he is single and like everyone knows it, he's letting it be known that he's single, he don't live with nobody, he's like a real ass single bachelor. Of course you're in competition with other women. Of course you're going to be in competition with other women. And that's why you got to bust it open. You get what I'm saying? And win your top spot. You got to be number one. But I do believe that we are in competition. I just don't think that we're in competition with women. I don't want to compete with a woman that's already living at home with that man and cooking. And
That's
cooking.
already you, right?
Like go ahead and do that. Like don't put me in that type of situation. And men like to do that to women. And when we don't want to compete with them, they be like, oh, don't worry about the girl or don't do this or don't do that. Like, no, like you live with a whole woman. Like, this is your woman. Like, that's messed up. Why don't you just break up with her? Whatever you got to do. But so to go back to your question, we are in competition, but it's only for single men, not married men that's acting like they single and they taking off their wedding rings. Not men that live with their baby mamas and trying to act like they really don't, talking about their roommates. None of that shit. Real single men, we are in competition with other women.
Okay. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your man? Do you feel like you're in competition with women with your man, even though he's already committed to you? Do you feel the competition stops once you guys are committed?
I don't think it stops. Okay. So, that's a good question. Okay, so look.
Because a lot of women feel like, okay, I got the ring, it's over with. And then they stop putting in the work.
Like, okay, no.
No.
I don't think it stops. I don't think it stops.
Yeah, no.
But that's why I also circle around to women having to have stuff going for themselves. You get what I'm saying? Just in case, like, some shit pop off or, like, y'all, go your separate ways. But I don't think it stops after that. Like, women, we got to keep ourselves together just like men. Like, got to keep yourself together. because it's better. It's always gonna be somebody prettier, somebody that make more money, somebody that like might fuck better, or like got a bigger dick, or who knows, got big titties, ass. Like it's always gonna be somebody out there that's better than what you have at home. So you do have to somewhat try to like se- keep securing a
your
bag
chops up.
you got to secure that man every day. Like it's
Okay, let me ask you this, because you both agreed that dating is a competition. So what work do you guys put in to meet a man standard? Because
to meet a man.
yeah, because when you ask women, what are they looking for? They usually give you a long list of standards that the man has to meet to get them. You rarely hear what they do to get the man. So what type of work do you guys put in personally to get the guy that you want? Or is it, if he don't meet my standards, I'm out of here, on to the next? Do you feel you have to put in work at all?
So I do feel like we do have to put in work, but then that circles back to, how are you asking me to put in work when I'm not educated and I ain't got nothing going for myself?
I don't know where that came from. I'm asking you personally.
No.
Okay, let me
to
ask you that.
I want to circle back to that. Like, how are you
Let's circle back.
saying like you're telling your daughter this, but then you also saying like
She's stuck on that.
women
Let that shit go.
gotta be like, we gotta bring more to the table. Like, how am I gonna bring more? How am I gonna bring more to the table and be in competition if I ain't got shit to show for it?
Okay,
If I
let
ain't
me
got
ask you
nothing to
this.
show for
Okay,
it.
let me ask you this. Man walks into a bar. You got a woman that looks like Lizzo to the left. You got a woman
Lizzo
that
is beautiful.
listen. I don't care about all that
Liz,
made up
she's
shit.
beautiful. She's
See,
beautiful.
that's another problem with women. Y'all lie to each
No,
other.
she's
Hold
really
on,
pretty.
let's stick to the question.
She big, but
let's
she
stick to the
pretty.
question. Man walks in a bar. Left side of the bar, it's a woman that looks like Lizzo. Right side of the bar, it's a woman that looks like Beyonce. The woman that looked like Lizzo got a bachelor's degree. The woman that looked like Beyonce works at Chick-fil-A. He don't know this though. He just know what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
10 times out of 10, where's he going? The left or the right?
He's gonna go to the. Wait, which side is Beyonce on?
She's on the right.
Whatever side Beyonce's on, that's where he's gonna go, because men are physical. They're more physical than us women. Like, we're not. I am. I'm gonna tell y'all now.
Okay, no. Because look,
most men are physical.
Right. So how did that degree help her attract the man that she wanted?
Because maybe she didn't track him initially, but let's say that man bump into her on the way to the bathroom and end up being more interested in her because Beyonce Bimbo over here ain't got nothing to talk about. She don't know
How she
shit
gonna
about
keep him?
shit.
How she gonna keep
and now
him?
she didn't
How
engage
can-
in this
okay. How she
conversation
gonna
with
keep
this
him?
man.
Okay. How is she gonna get this conversation out of this?
I'm saying if
How she gonna keep him?
No,
He gonna
listen.
he gonna be to the next Beyonce and the next Beyonce and the next.
Listen,
How she about to keep him?
No,
if she ain't got
your
nothing
point,
to show for
no,
it.
listen. Your point was the degrees. I'm trying to show you how your degree is irrelevant when we're looking for women, because we ain't even gonna get to the conversation of you having degrees.
We doubt that
because
a man's
of how
list
you look.
is like she gotta
But
have
you
a
just
degree.
asked us. You just
We
asked
doubt
us.
that.
What do we have? What do we have to bring to the table? I don't have nothing to bring to the table. I could cook. Is that enough?
No,
Is that enough
you,
for you?
I asked you.
What are you doing for? What are you?
I didn't
doing
ask you what
to
you bring to
attract-
the. I didn't ask you what you bring to the table. I asked you what type of work do you put in when you're pursuing a man, or do you just sit back and let the man do everything? That was the question. We could ask what you bring to the table if you would like to go down that route.
So, what type of work? As in, like, physical? Are you asking about physical, or like, what are you asking?
I'm saying you want this man right here. You guys are talking. You have a checklist of what he needs to meet in order to gain you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing on the flip side to meet his checklist to gain him?
So then I would have to know his checklist. Like, I would have to know his preferences
to know
and
that person.
know what he wants. But I what I can say is that I don't expect anything from a man that I don't expect from myself. And that's just a person, period. A friend, a family member. If I'm gonna put myself on this standard, I'm gonna put my friends, my family, everybody's gonna be on this standard. And if you can't get with it, I'm not fucking with you.
See, I find that kind of odd because we have to meet this checklist that you created in your mind without even knowing what it is.
I
To
do.
even gain your attention.
I tell
listen.
men up front.
No, you don't tell men up
This
front.
is what.
To even gain your attention,
Hold on, let me
we
call
have to
two
check.
of them right now.
We have to check certain boxes on your list magically without even knowing to even get your attention in the first place.
Okay,
to
that's
even
true.
have that discussion. So that's what I mean. Like on the flip
Not
side.
necessarily true.
Okay, go ahead. Get it.
I'm just saying
elaborate.
that that's not necessarily true. And I'm sorry to keep reverting back to the fact that I'm dating someone incarcerated. I've never thought that that would be my reality. But the way that things unravel sometimes when you actually have a connection with someone, sometimes you end up compromising. And I feel like that's kind of the thing, that gray area that's being left out. And it's always a gray area. It's always circumstances. And I feel like that's kind of that area that's being unacknowledged. Because you, like she said, you really won't know what somebody's checklist is until you sit down and get to talking to them. So I won't know that you want a woman that's fit until I sit down and get to talking to you. Now maybe I'm gonna be in the gym. Now maybe I'm like, okay, he like a woman that's fit. Let me see if you want me to go to the gym with him in the morning. Maybe I don't normally do that. But if you like if you are building a connection with someone, you're gonna start stepping out of your comfort zone and starting to do things to please this person as well, because that person makes you happy. So in order to keep your happiness, you gotta do things to please this person.
Okay, let me ask you this. Were you guys together before or after? Did you meet before or after he got incarcerated?
We
Did you
met
meet him
before,
during?
but we started dating while he was in there, just in the midst of conversations, just on some keep your head up type shit.
Okay, so on the streets, you guys weren't a couple.
No, we knew each other, but we weren't a couple.
Okay, that's interesting. I find that real interesting.
I wouldn't date nobody in jail.
And I
if
thought that.
if anybody
I don't
goes to
understand
jail
that.
that knows
I'm
me,
trying to find a way to
thought that.
word
I'm
this
gonna be
without
like, I'll see you when
offending.
you get
but
out.
I
I
thought
find
that as well.
I can't hold you
thought
down.
I thought that for myself as well. And I've had my brother has been incarcerated. My dad has been incarcerated. I've been going to prisons for visits since I was damn near 2 years old.
I wouldn't visit my dad.
I thought I already had that in my head. Like I don't want to, like that's not for me. But like I said, it's when you run into, at least for me in my experience, when you run into that person that you actually have that connection with, you start compromising things. That's why they say never say never. That's what life is. You start experiencing shit like, damn, I never said I'd be here. Now look at me. Here I am. Like,
I have a
So
question
what was
for
the
you.
hold on. Let me ask her one. What was the deciding factor that you decided, like, you know what, we finna become a couple after he got incarcerated? Because most women would have been like, we ain't even talking on the streets. Once you go to jail, it's a wrap. So two things to me is, I'm looking at the woman going, something got to be wrong with her, or this nigga got the best cap in the world. So which one is it? Because let's just be honest. Shout out to all the women that's holding men down in jail. Shout out to all of y'all. Trust me.
I'm not.
We need more of y'all. But I always say, any woman that's in the free world freelancing that can be cracked by somebody in jail, something wrong with her.
no, but
That she
That's
cannot.
disrespectful.
No, I'm just saying, you're in the free world. You have access to all these free men that's out here, but you revert to somebody
there's free
in
men
jail.
out here that are sitting here mistreating women. They don't do
beating
right
them
by
and
them.
everything.
And my thing is, why is it that when a man goes to jail, it's like he loses his value? It's like you hear people saying, free this person, free that person. But then when even she made a comment, I don't think she noticed, she said something about like, I don't want no nigga that's in jail, that's this, that's that. And it's like a person loses their value. But half the time, some of these people are in jail for things that aren't necessarily fair. This man, he's been in jail for almost 5 years for a fight over a parking spot. So it's like it doesn't make sense that a person loses their value because they go to prison.
Well, you have to know what men are valued for and what men are considered valuable for. So for me to go to jail, that literally takes away all my value. I can do nothing for my family.
But that's the thing. Maybe you couldn't when you were incarcerated, but my man still took care of me when he was incarcerated. Like I said, there's a lot of money in there. So my man still took care of me. My man is the reason why I went back to school. He paid for my tuition for me to go back to school and get my degree.
Period.
So you want to know what the deciding factor was? There you go. There's the deciding factor.
Okay,
when you have
so
somebody that's actually contributing to their household. Yeah, I do have a daughter.
Okay, so how can anyone help your kids behind the jail cell? It's sitting in the jail cell.
By treating me right
nothing
and
for
letting
my
my
kids.
daughter see a man that treats me right, regardless of where he is. He doesn't disrespect me, like in front of my daughter. He doesn't disrespect me behind
He
closed
can't.
doors.
He's in jail.
Yeah, you can. You can call a woman a bitch all day.
How
and
can
tell
I
her she
call
ain't
you a
shit.
bitch from jail?
On
Over
the phone.
How can your daughter hear me talking to you on the phone in
What are you
jail?
talking about? You act
You
like
can
I'm only
hear.
on the phone with my man when I'm in the room or something, or I'm only on the phone when I'm in the bathroom. It's like I said, your ideas, sometimes you box in these ideas to where it's like, this is the only way that
It's
this could
multiple
be
ways
the
to disrespect.
situation.
I'm not
disrespect.
boxing in. I'm just this sounds fucking insane. I'm just be real.
I
Mind you,
believe
I've been
you.
to jail, so I know how it feel to be in there, and I'm not shitting on nobody that's in
And
there.
how would it have
And
felt
I'm
to
not
have somebody
shitting-
that actually gave a fuck about you while you was in there?
It
How
would
would it have
have
felt?
felt great. No, see, now you're taking it personal. I'm
No,
saying
I'm not.
no.
But you need some personal.
I don't.
I'm
You
not
do.
taking it personal.
No, 'cause I'm
just
asking
saying,
her.
You
I
do.
know how much he values me because I was there, and I know how much I value him because I didn't reach certain levels when I was messing with niggas that were out on the streets. I was messing with the same nigga for almost 10 years and didn't elevate at all. I started messing with a nigga in jail who I'm sitting down. They not distracted. He's not that a distraction. I'm not trying to figure out where he at. I'm not trying to figure out what bitches he talking to. My nigga's on the phone with me and at the time
Ooh, hold on, Red. See, I was gonna go there,
What?
but you just said it for me.
what?
When I say women that usually are in the position that choose the position that you chose,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually something wrong with them, and you just
What's wrong?
blurted out a bunch of red flags.
What?
So you talked all this uplifting shit, all this he helping me, this shit and this and that. But when I ran down, what you just ran down the list was, I ain't worried about where he at. I ain't worried about what bitches he fucking.
I
ain't
said
worried
it's not
about
a distraction. I
Right.
said he's less of a. I said it's less of a distraction.
right. So it
It's
sounds
less of a
like
distraction.
you enjoy the control factor.
There's no control factor
So
That's
why
what it
was
sounds
that on
like
your
when
list?
you
So
be
why was
trying
that on your list?
because
After this whole
because I said
hold on,
I've
listen.
been dealing with guys who are on the street and they are more of a. It was more of a distraction. I didn't elevate at all.
So you choose.
And I got with someone who was
Right.
able to contribute to my elevation.
So you choosing someone that's in jail who can't do the type of things that men in the free world can
But
do.
he could. He
that
could. He could
helps
cheat
you
on me.
elevate.
He could cheat on me. He could literally talk to any other bitches that he wanted to. But he chose
Audience,
not to.
Did y'all hear what she just said? Did y'all hear what she just said? This is I didn't want to take personal jabs at you. I'm
Go
glad you
ahead.
brought it out yourself because when you went on this whole tirade, this nigga- what's the deal, fool? Hey, you should have got on camera. When you went on this whole tirade about how he's uplifted, all that shit sounded good. But
Yeah.
then when you start running down the checklist, it sounded like
Balance.
fear.
Do you
So-
know? Did we not talk about balance?
Are you fearful of dating a man in the free world?
No, I'm not fearful of dating a man in the free world, but I'm not gonna sit here and not date the man that I'm with because he's in prison because there are men in the free world. I'm not gonna give up this man who has actually helped me elevate, literally, like I said, helped me get my degree. He paid for my degree. The nigga that I was with before that was out didn't contribute to that. So why would I turn
but the
around?
guy that was out doesn't represent all guys in the
okay,
free
but
world.
the nigga before that didn't either.
Right.
And the nigga before that.
But
and the
that's-
nigga before that.
Okay, that's a pattern.
So
And
yeah,
the only
and I changed my
common-
pattern.
The only common denominator in that pattern is who?
Oh my God, you get on my nerves. Don't do that. Because men, I just had this conversation in your comments because men blame women for picking the wrong man, right? But then you also blame us when we chilling,
Mhm.
we trying to get ourselves together. Then we old and washed up. So it's like, okay, we don't want to pick a man that isn't mature. But when we pick a man, when we do what you said, hey, as soon as we graduate high school, make sure we find us a man. We might get us a nigga that's immature, that ain't grown.
You
that's
are
nothing.
what you attract.
But
The
then
energy you put out is the energy you get back. So
no, that's
listen,
not fair.
She just
that's
ran.
not fair.
Life's not.
No.
Life's not fair.
That is not fair to say because
Life's not fair.
no, life isn't fair, but things happen to good people and bad people. You get what I'm saying? So a good person can end up in jail.
The men that you deal with is a choice.
No.
She
no,
just
no.
she
The
just
man-
ran down a list of about 4 guys. She said the guy before him and the guy.
Yeah, they didn't pay
That's
for
a-
me to go to school.
right,
They didn't
that's a-
contribute to my
right,
elevation.
but that's a pattern.
Okay, so why
of
when I
men
choose a
that you're
different type
choosing.
of man, is
It's
it,
a
oh, he's
problem.
in jail, so that's weird. That's
It's a
wild.
problem. Like-
No,
No.
I have a man that's willing to contribute to me. I have a man that's willing to
Listen,
be committed
I'm
to
not
me
mad.
regardless of where
Listen,
he is.
I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care who you choose. I'm just saying, from a man's
we're debating
perspective,
it.
right? From a man's perspective, a woman that's in the free world who has action that any guy in the free world, not saying that you personally have action, but you have access to. You can shoot your shot.
Right.
To choose someone that's incarcerated is usually a reason behind that, and it's usually she's a broken woman or she likes to be.
And I will say we probably were both broken and attracted each other, and that's not a problem. And then
I respect your honesty.
Yeah, and we sat here and we helped build each other back up. And it was like, damn, this nigga in jail done helped build me back up. Damn, this nigga in jail and did more for me than these niggas on the street have. Why am I gonna trade in my nigga just because he's in jail?
Listen, I'm not asking you to trade him in. I respect your honesty to say that, you know what? I was a broken woman.
Yeah,
I probably was no good to men in the free world.
Oh no, that's
a guy
not what
in
I
his
said.
position, we were good for each other, and we built each other up. That's
you
what
took it to the next level with the, I was no good for men in the free world. That's not what I said. The men in the free world were no good for me.
So
niggas was trash.
All the men in
the ones that I encountered. I'm not speaking for all men in the free world.
The ones that you attracted were trash.
The ones that I encountered, the way that we interacted, it didn't work out for me, and I didn't appreciate it. And I wasn't trash. And I'm not gonna say that they were trash.
There are women.
Maybe the other women that I was in competition with just were a better fit for them. And I'm okay with that.
There's women that's attracting men who aren't trash. So when I say the common denominator is you, it's not to take a shot at you.
No, and I just said, but I just said that they weren't trash.
Listen, women,
didn't I just say
women
that?
never stop to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem.
But did you stop to listen to what I said? I said the men probably weren't trash. I said the women that you mentioned that I was in competition with were probably just a better fit for them. Doesn't mean that they were trash.
No, you said that after you called them trash.
I said the men that were in the free world, I don't want to mess with them because they weren't for me. Yeah, trash. Because you tried to say that I was trash for them.
Right.
So yeah, in defense to myself, yeah, I'm gonna say, nah, I'm not trash. If anything, they were trash.
But why be in defensive? You yourself.
Because you called me trash.
Look. Don't cut me off. If you yourself allotted I was broken.
But that doesn't mean I'm trash to other men. I'm broken because I'm realizing that the men that I'm trying to attract, the other women that I'm in competition with, for whatever reason, it's not working out.
Listen, I'm using your own words.
Go ahead.
You said I was broken. The men I was attracting were trash. Those were your literal words.
No, I said.
And when I said
we were broke, I said we probably were both broken, and we built each other up.
If you're attracting trash men after trash man after trash man, why not as a woman go, damn, I got to be doing something wrong? Why does it always have to be the men? Because listen, if I'm only attracting a certain caliber of woman, at some point I got to stop and look in the mirror and go, damn, why can't I elevate past this caliber of woman? Now I got to self-reflect. But it sounds like majority of women, you don't want to self-reflect. It's kind of like, oh, well, it wasn't really me or the men. It was the women were better. It's like there's no self-accountability there.
No, I won't say that.
I'll say that I have, as y'all know, I have a baby daddy, okay? Me and my baby daddy, we've been together for like years, okay? High school, everything. We had kids right out of high school. And I'm not gonna call him trash because we don't bash each other, but like he dogs me. This man is like a better man today. He's not the same man that he was when we had kids. Versus today. He's a like law-abiding citizen. Like he's an upstanding, good-ass man. And it's only because he grew, he learned. Like he was immature, he was young, he was dumb. We was both young and dumb back then. So like he was trash back then. He treated me trash, but he grew. Like I don't want to put your business, but you and your baby mama. You're not the same man that you were to your baby mama that you are to someone else. You're not the same man. You grew. People grow. People learn from their mistakes. Like we all are like evolving, growing. And if you're not, then that's where the problem is.
Okay, you saying that to say what? Like I'm trying to get the point you're trying to make.
I'm saying that to say that like everybody, like what she's trying to say is like she's not like trash. Like
I'm not calling her trash.
You did though. You called her trash.
Listen,
you did call her. So that's why she's saying.
Listen, this is what I said. I said
you called the girl trash. You did. You said you're trash.
You said you were broken. You were trash to men, the free men in the free world. And that's why I said I wasn't trash.
I'm not sitting here saying she's literal trash right now. I was going off of her dating experience.
But I wasn't even then.
Look, listen. I was going off her dating experience of what she said. She said the reason why I chose this guy because the guys in the free world that I was encountering and I was dealing with were trash. Guy after guy was trash. And I said, damn, it's a pattern there. There's a common denominator there. Every man in the world can't be trash. It has to be you.
Is that I didn't call them trash. You started using the word trash. I didn't. I was
She did it as a
responding
counter.
to you.
You
did do it
used
as
the
a
literal
counter.
word.
Ten
The
res-
men were
you
trash.
said it. You said, okay, we're not going to
Look,
go
look,
back
I'm not
and
gonna
forth.
argue
Yeah, we're
'cause
not
look,
going to go
you
back
can
and forth.
watch
It's
it
recorded.
Let's-
and
we're
play it
gonna
back.
see. But I definitely
yeah.
didn't. I
Let's
definitely
change the
didn't. I
subject.
definitely didn't call men
I even
trash.
want look. We're gonna make a bet on camera. I bet you $100. You used the word trash.
After you.
No, you started using them. You called
I
the men
s-
trash.
I
Yes, I will
started
bet
using
you
the
on
word.
camera. We can't lie about it. It's on camera.
Okay.
You referred to the men as trash, and that's where the topic came. Because I said, wait a minute, it's only one common denominator there, and every man in the free world can't be trash.
Okay.
You gotta stop and look in the mirror. There you go. Okay.
You better than me, girl. I probably wouldn't do that.
I mean, because I know that
Let's
I
move
not
on.
really my
Let's move on.
terminology.
Let's
I
move on to the
wouldn't have
next one.
said that.
Let's move on to the next one. Because I really want to hear y'all point of view on this one. How do you guys feel on abortion? Do you feel men should have say so in a
Hell
woman
no.
getting an abortion?
No.
Again, there's that gray area.
Nope. There's no gray area.
It's a gray area. I feel like
You s-
there's that gray area of
Let's start with you.
circumstance. But I definitely feel like if you're going to bring a child into this world and you're going to expect me to contribute to that child's life, then I should definitely have a say so. Because if I tell you I don't want a child or I'm not ready for a child, why do you get to make that decision for me? Now, if you have it and you leave me alone and you raise that child on your own, kudos to you. If I don't even, like, I feel like that's something where it's like, I'm going to be expected to take care of something for the rest of its life, I should have a decision on whether or not I want it to even exist.
You as a mother alone.
Yes.
You saying the dad should have no say so?
No, I'm saying he should. I'm saying that if I'm going to expect a man to contribute, he should definitely have a say so.
Okay, so if you want the abortion and he don't.
If I want the abortion, but he doesn't.
No. Excuse me. Yeah. You want the abortion. He doesn't. He wants you to keep it. You saying, no, I'm not ready. I want to get rid of it. I don't want to be in this situation. How do you feel that should be handled? Do you feel like you should be forced to still carry out the pregnancy?
I don't
Or
feel
do you
like
feel
I
like
should-
you have the final word?
I don't feel like I should be forced because it is my body and my body is the one that's going to have to undergo all of these changes. So I don't feel like I should be forced. I feel like that's definitely unfortunate. Like I said, there's that gray area. What's the consideration? What would be my reason for going with what you want? Because at the end of the day, we got a split decision here. So
Blooper.
somebody's not going to get their way. You know what I mean? Like, so I shouldn't. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, what would be my reason for going with what you want over what I want? Because at the end of the day, it's a split vote. Somebody gonna
Right.
have to.
So I'm
hold the
saying
L.
it's 50-50. He wants it, you don't. You feel you have the final say so because it's your body.
Ultimately, yes, but like I said, that's where that gray area comes in. What's the
We just
consideration?
gonna keep it black and white because
So
we
keep
can't.
it black
we
and
can't,
white.
okay.
Then my body, my choice.
Okay.
I say no, men don't have a say so at all. Whether the woman wants to keep the child or if he doesn't want to keep it, it's up to the woman. Like, period, point blank. Like, the man isn't carrying it. It's not his body. And I mean, once the baby comes, they deal with what they deal with after the baby comes. If she wants that baby.
Okay, I'm with you there. So let me ask you this: if he doesn't want it and he lets you know he doesn't want it, should he be able to? Should you have the baby and he be penalty free, meaning you can't put him on child support?
I think that I don't believe in child support. I don't think it's good for black men, especially. I'm not a baby mama that went on child support for my baby daddy. Like, it wouldn't. What was it gonna do? Like, to either of us? You get what
I know,
I'm
but I
saying?
mean, just certain. Okay, let's just say you speaking for women who want to take that route. Like, you know what? You got me pregnant. Fuck that. You got to man up. Blah blah blah.
I mean, it's
he
their-
telling you he don't want it. Should women have the option to still put him on child support?
I mean, okay. I don't think oh, that's hard. If he actually said he didn't want it and she decides to keep it, I think that from there she should find her a stepdaddy. There's so many stepdaddies out here. Like, it's
Niggas ain't
stepdaddy.
trying to be stepdaddies.
It's
but
stepdaddy season. I'm okay. Don't listen to him.
Men ain't trying to be stepdads.
It's
That's-
stepdaddy
no.
season. It's stepdaddy season, and it's
Mhm.
dudes out here that will be like.
Okay. Look, you going off topic. The only question is, should
I
women
think
be
that
able to
I
put them
don't
on
think
child
that
support?
I do think that she should. If he said that he didn't want it, and she still had it, I think she should leave him alone.
No, not. But should she have the option
No.
if she wants to take the option to get child support?
No.
Yeah,
You said no.
Yeah.
I don't think she should either. I don't think she should either. I don't think.
Okay, I agree
if he
there.
says no,
I agree there. But what I disagree with is women telling men they don't have an option, because we both, as consensual adults, decided to partake on this sexual act, and we both knew the risk. So if the consequence come and you don't want to face it, but I do, the way the laws is set up now, we don't have no say so, even though that's our kid too. Yeah, it's your body, but that's only because God chose your body to hold the child for these 9 months. We didn't force you to hold
And
it.
we
You know what I'm
should
saying?
abide by God
But
because He
you
knows
So
best.
listen, we should ultimately have a choice, because
God
it's
knew
your
better.
body, but a part of our body's in your body. So you're
God knew better.
literally
than to give
telling
y'all a
us
choice.
we don't have a choice or say so over our own offspring. So
No, I don't think you do.
what I propose is that if the man want to keep it, they should force women to have the baby, sign
Force.
over your parental rights.
Force.
Yes, you should be forced because you're an adult.
Forcible
Yes.
child labor.
Yes, it's not forced because
That's
you chose to
crazy.
have unprotected sex. So you knew the
What if the
consequences.
condom
and the
broke? What
danger.
if she was raped? What if?
We're not gonna go down the rape route.
Exactly.
We're talking two
Definitely.
consensual adults.
Okay,
Two consensual adults. If
And what if he beats her?
oh my God, see, it's always the
There's a
worst
lot.
possible. It's always
There's
the
a
worst
lot
possible
that
shit
can
with y'all.
happen.
It's
though.
always the
It's always
you gotta
the worst
take into
possible-
consideration the circumstances.
It's always the what if,
Definitely.
But
what
if they
if,
were
what if.
two
There was
consenting
a
What if she
adults,
cut his dick off like
they were
Lorena
so
Bobbitt? Like,
There's
come
a
on, let's
reason
stop with
why
the
a
what
woman.
ifs.
There's a reason why a woman
Let me
wants
finish
to
my point.
terminate
Let me
a
finish my
pregnancy,
point.
especially if she loves that man.
Look, let me finish my
yeah,
point.
that's why it's like
if she wants to
if I
terminate,
love
it's a
somebody
reason
and
why.
I'm
No,
pregnant,
let me
don't know
finish
it.
my point.
I'm
No, it's
telling
not.
you.
It's not. Women should be forced to carry out that pregnancy,
That's crazy.
and men should be able to put y'all on child support.
Okay, but are
You
you,
should be
going to
able to
pay for
sign
all
over
the
your
medical
rights.
bills for me to have this child, and then I sign over my rights and you have the baby, but you got to pay all the medical bills. You got to make sure.
No, I said you sign over
Everything.
your parental rights.
But are you gonna?
But
Are you
you
gonna
have
take
to
care
pay-
of me through this pregnancy that I don't want?
But
Are
you
you
have
going
to-
to make sure
No,
I have
you're- no,
Are you
prenatal
gonna make sure I'm
vitamins?
alive?
Are you gonna
re-
take care of me?
No, I'm
through
going to
this
take care of my
pregnancy?
child.
Through this pregnancy, are you going to
Carrying
take
that-
care of the
I'm
person?
going to take care of my
Are you going
child.
to take care of that vessel that's carrying your
I'm
child
going to
for
take
those
Do you know
care
how
of
nine
my
months?
dangerous it
child.
is to go through a pregnancy though? To
What?
have a baby? Do you know how dangerous it is?
According to y'all, it's
look
not.
up the statistics on that. Since you want to do statistics,
I do.
Let's look that up.
After
Look that
35,
up.
after
No,
35 is high
look
risk
up-
pregnancy. I know about all that.
But
But what
just-
I'm saying is, women should be forced to carry out that pregnancy,
It's the fact that you're using
That's
forced and
crazy.
such
and
a,
the man
like,
should be able to put
free
y'all on child
manner.
support. So would y'all agree with that?
No,
Men
you're
today
not.
in California are winning child support. They're winning 50-50. They're winning a lot.
Show me right now where men are winning 50-50 on child support.
They're
The
winning.
actual child support system is
not,
set up
not
for
rich
men to lose.
Not rich men
listen,
and not rich white men.
The system gets paid off you putting your baby daddy on child support. Did you know that?
That's in
they get paid.
That's in different states though.
No, it's not.
It's not in all
The system
states.
itself gets paid by families breaking up. See, I got all the stats right here.
Okay, pull
I
it
just
up
try to
for
have.
the state of
I
California.
just try to have real
That's a woman
conversation.
that's a
Because I don't
woman
want to get
custody
on
in
here
the
and
state.
sound like a computer. Just the statistics. No, I try to have like
Look
a
it
real
up for the state of
conversation.
California though.
Okay, but
Because
what
they
I'm
be
saying is,
awarding men $150 a month. You complaining about that? That's not even a phone bill.
but that's the man you
that's
chose.
not even no.
That's the man you chose. You chose to lay down with a man who can only afford $150 a month. How can you get
I
mad?
chose to
You
lay
lay
down
down,
a man.
with a broke man.
But
That's
if I
your
don't
fault.
lay down with a man, what do you say then? What do
What
you
do
say
you
then?
mean if you don't lay down with a man?
You just had a woman on here that doesn't have any kids.
Right.
And because she doesn't have any kids, you low-key shamed her at this age now.
I didn't shame her. I gave her the reality. She's 35.
Oh my God.
Look.
Okay.
This isn't shaming. She's 35. She wants a family. I simply told her, hey, the man that you want, because she described the type of man she wanted and the type of money he had to make and this, that, and the third. And I said, cool. The men that are in that category that fit that description aren't looking for 35-year-olds to start a family with. That's all I said. Where was the shaming?
Didn't she have an abortion?
Yes, and that was even worse. She had an abortion. So the family that she wanted, she potentially could have had, but she had an abortion in pursuit of her career.
But
So that makes no sense. You say you want a family. When the family comes, you kill it off. But then now you go get up here and cry about you want a family.
No, but then what if she killed it off because the nigga was like headed down the wrong way? Because if she would have had a baby with a nigga that only
That's
is
the nigga
awarded,
you chose.
this is what you're pointing fingers.
Once again.
You're pointing fingers like
She chose to abort that baby because she didn't want to choose him.
It's damned if we have a kid at 20 and 21, and it's damned if we don't.
No,
yes,
you're not.
it is.
Make
yes,
a responsible choice.
Yes, it is.
Make a responsible choice.
It's like you said, it's more women than it's men, right?
Correct.
Okay, then. So a lot of y'all ain't
So
shit.
compete.
No, a lot of y'all ain't shit.
So
we
compete.
So we gonna have a man with a man that we're gonna have a kid with a man that already has kids, or
So
like
compete.
what we about to do?
No, so compete.
No.
That's when I said dating is a competition. Guess what? Get out here and compete.
We're not about to compete with a man with a woman that lives with a man. We're not about to try to get her man. We're not about to try to take her man.
54% of black men are single and childless. 60% in the middle class. So what are you talking about?
And
the 60% of black men out here have no kids.
60%, and then probably 50% of them live with their baby mamas.
50. Did you not hear what I just said? 54% are single and childless.
Oh, okay.
60% in the middle class. The
20%
problem
of those
is
single probably
y'all
blind.
already fucked y'all life over by the time y'all reach the age you're at now, and you can't get those.
But do you know
So
single
did I fuck my life over? I got my 2 kids.
Do you know by single
so
they
I fucked
mean
my
not
life over
married?
because I have 2 kids, and then if I don't have the kids by this time, she fucked her life
That's
over
where the
too.
competition comes in. So
That's
whether he
crazy.
has a girl or not, guess what?
That's crazy.
You still have action. Did Alicia Keys give a fuck about old boy having Mashonda, or did she go get the man she wanted?
She still that married.
She
they
went
were
and got that
married.
man, right?
They were married.
But you get them.
I don't give a
lose
fuck
them.
married or not. She got him, right? That's the
get
man
him how
she
you
wanted.
lose him, man.
She competed and she won. So instead of crying about, well, man ain't shit and I'm getting no, get out here and compete.
And go take a married man
Do what you gotta do.
from another woman.
Do what you gotta
Okay.
do.
Okay.
This is great.
You ain't
advice.
gotta worry about that.
Okay.
You already a baby mama. It's over with as far as that goes.
What do you mean?
Your best option would be to call your baby daddy and say, hey, because you just talked about how great of a man he is.
He definitely is.
Right. So call him and say, you know what? We both made some mistakes, but guess what? Our best possible outcome is to make this shit work.
So is that what you about to say about your baby mama?
What you mean? She might not be at that same stage, and we might not have the same
okay.
situation.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
we might not have the same situation that you have because you're on here ranting and raving.
I didn't fuck my life over because I already had my
Listen.
kids. Because if I didn't have my kids, it would have been a problem.
You're ranting and raving about
If
he's
I
a
didn't
great
have my
man.
kids already at 36, you would have said something about it.
Listen, what I'm saying.
Oh,
Can you
Would
answer
you-
me?
would you or
Listen what I'm
wouldn't have?
saying. Listen what I'm saying. You just sat here
You would've
for
said
5
something.
minutes straight and said how great of a man he is. Why not go back and rekindle that? And
why
I'm
are
sure
you
you're-
saying that I fucked my options over because I already had kids?
You did.
My daughter's about to be 17. My son is about to be 16. I'm free.
Okay, you're
Damn
free.
near. I'm free.
How old are you?
I'm 36. I'm a
36, 2 kids. Your womb was used twice. A man shot the club up in that motherfucker twice. No man out here that's valuable looking for a wife is looking for a 2-time baby mama.
It was 2 niggas trying to get me pregnant after I had.
Trying to get you pregnant. We're talking about a wife making you a wife. What do you mean get you pregnant? So now you finna be
Oh my God.
a 2-time.
Okay.
You finna be a 3-time baby mama
We're
to
talking
2
about
different men.
potential. We're talking about men that I messed up my options because I already had 2 kids.
Yes, your
I didn't
options
though
are gone.
because it's men still wanting to build a family with me just based off of the type of mother that I am today.
What gives you that notion?
They say this shit like I've been.
I will tell you the sky's green if you're gonna let me fuck.
I've been with dudes that I was with this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. I was with him for about 7-8 months. I finally let him meet my kids. Finally, this is the only guy that's ever met them besides their daddy. I finally let him meet my kids. Do you know a month after that he wanted kids with me? Like, and I was like, okay, this is what.
What gives you that notion?
He said it. I
He
went
said
and got on birth control because of that. I said, look, I can't be a baby mama. Like,
Let me ask
longer-
her. Hold on, time out. Let
maybe
me ask
long-
her. As a woman, how does that sound?
What do you mean? How does it sound? That a man told her that he wanted
No,
to get
that
pregnant?
no. I'm saying
that he
she's
wanted
saying
a kid with me because
a
I already
man-
had two. Because I already had two. It
Right.
sounds crazy to you, huh?
no. That he's just saying.
We can
it.
call
Is that
him.
enough proof for you to be like, you know what? You're right. He said it. So do you believe everything a man says?
Oh my God. Oh
You
my
don't
God.
believe everything a man says, but again, we don't know the how that situation played out. We don't know what that conversation
A
was.
lot of times when men meet me and then they see what type of mother that I am, they want to procreate with me. I promise you. You think
By
I'm lying.
procreate, do you know what okay, you're using the word procreate. I'm gonna give you the real correct word. They want to fuck.
Okay.
They want
Okay.
to fuck you. They don't want to procreate. They don't want to get you pregnant. They want to fuck. You know why?
That's what you
listen,
and that's what
I'm
you
not
think.
even attacking you. I'm just
That's
telling
what
you
you
as a man.
think.
When
All
we
right.
see single baby mamas, we know she's fucking and it's probably gonna be easy.
She's okay.
That's the way our mind works. It's probably gonna be easy and she's fucking. That's the way we see y'all. So
you believe every man thinks the same way.
That's crazy because I got so many niggas
I don't,
in my
let me answer her
DMs, all
question.
my homeboys.
Listen what she's saying. I got so many niggas in my DM. You think we in DMs trying to marry chicks?
No, I'm trying to say that they think you crazy as fuck. They ask me why I come on the show.
That's copy paste.
Why I come on the show? Why are you even talking to this man? Because he's dumb as fuck.
That's hater shit.
It's niggas calling you dumb.
That's
a lot of great established niggas.
That sound like hater shit to me, but let's stick on topic. Figures. Okay, yeah, we know you got niggas in the DM asking. Okay, let's stick to the topic though. Let's stick to the topic. As a man, I'm gonna tell you the sky is green. If you say, hey, agree with me, the sky green, I'll let you fuck. Yeah, bitch is green.
But he already fucked me. That's the thing.
Like,
we was 9 months in. We was already locked in. He finally met my kids, and what he did, he did something for my son. And he was like, damn, I really wish that he said thanks, dad, instead of thanks, his name. So then I want to say a month after that, he started having baby. Like his cousin was having kids. Like his brother had a kid. He wanted a kid.
Did he propose to you?
No, I got on birth control because I said I got 2 kids. I don't know if I'm ready right now. So I got on birth control and then we kind of went our separate ways. But he wanted kids with me after he met my 2.
Okay. So
it wasn't before.
Okay. After you got on birth control, y'all went y'all separate ways.
Yeah, after I got on birth control, when he realized like, okay, damn, like she really don't want to like I think it was, I don't know if he believes in marriage because I don't believe in marriage either. But we never really had that conversation. What I told him is that I didn't want to be another baby mama. Basically, I didn't want to be I don't want to be like I don't believe in marriage, but it's like I don't want to be like this statistic like thing. I've already won already. Like I'm already a baby mama. I don't want to do it again. I got a girl and a boy. I really don't want to do it again. But I will if we put in a time. You get what I'm saying? Like if you could hold me down for maybe like, but he wanted it right then and there. He wanted it right then and there. And I wasn't willing to give it to him.
Let me ask you this. When he told you he wanted you to have his baby, was he in the pussy? Like, were y'all fucking when he told you this?
We had conversation. I just told you the conversation we had.
Because you said we fucked. It sound like he finally got the pussy after telling you the sky was green.
We was already locked in 9 months, fucking every day for 9 months. He finally met my kids. I'm not agreeing with you.
I'm laughing.
He finally met my kids after 9 months of fucking me.
No, because she made it a point to explain it to you, and you still
he already was in the pussy already before he met my kids. This was after he met my kids.
He said he did something for my son and said, I wish he would have called me dad instead of my name.
Okay,
but
so
then
I got
started
him in
having
his
babies.
feelings.
He had baby fever and told her that he wanted a kid.
Exactly.
So as a man, if I want to have a kid with you,
it sounds like they wanted different things.
No,
and
I'm
that's
saying
what sent them separate.
I'm trying to help her see how this don't make sense. As a man, if I want to have kids with you, I'm planning on potentially being with you for the rest of my life, right? Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yeah. You had kids with the girl that you wanted to be with for the rest of your life?
What you mean? At that point in time, yes.
Oh, okay.
At that point in time, that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point in time, that was the plan.
All right.
Right. Now I'm not gonna.
So you
didn't
marry her or nothing. You just was nutting in her. Like what?
You never proposed to her?
You didn't propose like you expect my dude to do.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this out of respect for my own kids, not even her, because I could break down the reason and you're gonna be like, damn, you know what, nigga? Yeah, you're right. out of respect for my kids,
Circumstances.
I'm not gonna trash their mom on air because I don't have to do that to prove a point to you. What I'm saying is,
But he wants us to prove a point.
you sound insane.
We
because
just said, did you propose to her ever?
You-
You
That's
said
it.
you wanted to be with her for the rest of your life when you had those kids with her. Did you ever propose to her in that time?
I'm telling you, my personal history
It's
is
just a yes or no. Did you ever
irrelevant.
propose to
It's
her?
no.
What?
But
Okay.
our history is relevant.
Go ahead.
y'all.
I'm gonna let y'all get your
I'm just
question
asking
off.
yes or no. Did you
No,
ever
go
propose
ahead.
to her?
Get your question off.
That's my question.
Did I
Yes?
propose?
Yes. Did you ever propose to the
No,
woman
I
that you
did
thought
not.
you wanted to spend the rest
No,
of your life with and had
I
kids
did not.
with?
Me personally,
Okay.
as a man, I don't even believe in marriage because there's no benefit for us marrying the
But
modern
I sound
woman.
stupid. He don't though. He doesn't sound stupid, y'all.
Yeah, I
but
said
I
the
do.
same thing.
I
No,
sound
I don't.
stupid.
I don't believe in marrying the modern woman. There's no benefit there. We
Okay.
lose in every aspect of marrying modern women. There's no gain there. Give me three. Fuck it. Give me one benefit of marrying a modern woman.
Look at all of the modern women that are married now. Though.
No, give me one benefit that a man gains from marrying y'all.
I feel like any benefit that we say, you're going to say that you can get that without marrying them.
Yeah.
And it's like, but if a woman puts up those standards, then she's doing too much.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. If it's a fact, I'm gonna agree with you.
But
I
you-
don't side with man, woman. I side with fact.
But
so
you
give
agree
me one.
You agreed with me at the beginning that I said two incomes
incomes
is
are
better than one, right?
I agree.
So
That's
then
the
there you go.
benefit.
There you go.
I can get that without
We're
marriage.
done.
That's what I just said you were going to say.
We're done. Two
No,
incomes
I
is
can
better
get
than
that.
one.
I can get
And, that's,
two
and
incomes
I
without
said no
marriage.
matter
Incomes is
what we
better than
say,
one.
that's going to be your response. You can get it without
Two
marriage.
incomes is
But
better
if
than
a
one.
woman
And that's
puts up
proving my
those-
point.
But if a woman puts up those barriers and say like, no, we're not going to live together. If you're not going to marry me, then no, we're not going to live together. Guess we both ain't going to get approved. You're not going to get approved for this house if you don't on your own income. It needs two incomes because it's better than one. It looks better on paper.
I know more
If
women
if that
own
woman wants
home,
to be
that
married, she
own
absolutely
homes
should put up
than-
those barriers.
It's more.
I agree with that.
It's more women own homeowners than it is men.
And you think that's something to be proud of?
But what I'm saying
No,
is,
no. Answer me. Is that something to be
it
proud
is.
of? Explain
It
to me
is.
why.
Because
I think
if
that's
that woman has kids, guess who gets that house? Guess who gets it?
Do you know what a homeowner is?
They're. Yes, I do know what a homeowner
That-
is.
okay,
Someone that
so-
ouns their home, that's not paying the bank, that's not like
No, listen.
outright.
There's more women buying homes.
Okay.
Meaning they're taking out 30-year loans.
Oh my God, you always
to
gotta
get the
get
home.
technical.
But if you look up the statistics,
No man is
Hold on, I'ma
buying
talk
a
to you
home
'cause you
by
got some common
himself.
sense.
No man is buying his home by himself.
I'ma
He's
talk to
getting a
you 'cause you
woman.
got common
He's getting a
sense.
woman.
Listen, single men typically don't buy homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men buy homes when they get a family, right? Meaning that they're married. So if you look up the stats, yes, more single women are buying homes than men because single men don't buy homes. It's actually sad because all that shows is women can't cooperate enough with a man to even be able to buy a home as a family, that they have to go out, acquire massive amounts of debt to buy the house by themselves. Not only are they buying the houses by themselves, Black women are getting evicted more than anybody in the country. If you look up the eviction rates, Black women are the most evicted people in the US. So yeah, you're buying these homes, but you can't even afford to pay them off. Why? Because you don't have that two income that you
I don't think
saying that you need. You don't think so?
No, I think that a lot of
That's
women,
a fact. We can look it up right now. That's a fact. Black women are the most evicted in the
I
US.
think that's like
That's not
Section
even a
8.
shot at Black women.
I
right?
think that's
evicted,
like
are you
Section
talking about
8
homeowners though? 'Cause
Yeah,
homeowners,
like, you
Section
gotta
8,
look it up.
apartments,
No,
whatever you want to
you
look
gotta
at.
take out the
Also-
Section 8,
different.
taking all
Also,
of that shit.
Black
Take
women
it
have
out.
the most debt out of everybody. Why? Because they're the most enrolled in college. They're the most getting those student loans, and they're the most going in debt. So they're actually the ones who need a partner the most, but are using these degrees to say they don't go out in the world buying houses by
We're
themselves.
not saying that we don't
they're
need
losing,
one. We
that
not
they're
saying-
losing,
but we're not saying we
just
don't
to
need
say
one.
we bought it. I think that's sad.
We're not saying that we don't need one.
Okay.
That's the thing, and that's where the disconnect is at. Just because we're educated and we are able to buy our own homes and we're able to do these things for ourselves, that does not say that. That does not automatically say we don't want or need a man. Y'all assume that. Y'all are insecure and you assume that that's what it is, but that's not what most women, that's not what we want.
Okay, how is buying a home, going into debt, losing the home, helping your family? That's actually hindering your kids even more.
He said losing a home. Okay.
Would you not agree? Would you rather buy a home with your husband Or would you rather buy a home alone?
I mean, of course, I'd rather buy a home with my husband.
Okay, so do you see women buying homes alone as a positive, or are you looking like, damn, why are all these women buying homes by themselves? Why are they not buying homes as a family? Because that's what homes were made for. They were made for families. They weren't made for single people. So you as a single person buying a home alone, that's a red flag. It's not like you buying it to flip it in real estate.
Or
You
to
buying this house to
Airbnb.
live in.
I know 2 women that do Airbnb right now.
You know 2?
Yep.
How many women is in the world?
I'm just
That's
saying.
not even a
I just know
percent.
2. I know 2 right now. Oh, you know what? I know 3 actually, personally.
There's 8 billion people in
But
the
just
world.
saying, just to me,
More than
myself,
half are women.
But that's just
not
me,
even
myself.
a point of a percentage. Let's just be realistic.
Oh
Most
my
the
God.
average,
I know a
the
lot.
average person is buying a house to live in. And this generation isn't even paying off these houses for real. The average woman makes $37,000. The average black woman is like the least paid out of every race. So you buying a home alone, you already in the red. In California, the average house is what? I know you
A lot.
know. We talk offline all the time. What's
It's
the
a
average
lot.
home rate right now?
Probably like 400.
Yeah.
Nah,
On
double
the
that.
fours.
Double that.
No,
It's
it's in
double
the
that right now?
4s.
Double that. No, in California.
In California, yeah.
Double that.
It's like $4.99. I didn't see them in like
For this
Compton.
studio. For this studio, maybe.
No.
The average home, right? The median home, if you look it up right now, is around $800,000. It would take you 2 lifetimes to pay that off, making what the average woman makes. So what you need to do is pair with the man, get that 2 income that you're talking about, and elevate for your kids' sake.
But how
This ain't even
am I
about
get a
being
2
boss
income
bitch.
if I don't have a degree to fall back on to get that income? How am I get that 2 income? How am I get that money? How am I get that 30 because we're least paid?
You already have the degree.
You're expecting me to make minimum wage because
No, I'm not.
don't.
I'm saying do both. I'm saying
Like-
why can't you do both?
We've been saying that.
No, you're saying
We've
that
been
now
saying- no,
after
we've
they
been-
kicked your ass in the comments from
We've
the
been
last
saying-
episode.
It wasn't. I've been
Listen,
saying it this whole
when you leave,
time.
Watch that last episode
Watch
and
it,
read
watch
the
it.
comments.
I'ma watch it.
They kicking her ass.
And read the comment. Really read them. Really read them because they was like crazy, like super dumb.
Okay, so I'm gonna close that segment off. I'm gonna just ask you one last time because you still haven't clarified why. If your baby daddy is the guy that you say he is now, I'm pretty sure your kid would appreciate it more if y'all reconciled. Why is that automatically off the table? I'm pretty sure y'all both made mistakes. Past is the past. If he matured like you said, and you mature like you said, why not build that back to give your kid a better chance at life? Why not?
Because our kids are okay now in how we're raising them. I think that we were young when we had our kids, like I said, when we had our kids. But I also think that we are better apart. Like we're better for each other apart. Like we're better co-parents apart than we are in it. Like I think there's a lot that goes in. There's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of things that we have, unreconciled things that we have that are, there's some things that are unforgivable. You get what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things that you can't forgive. You can't forget, like, but you can recognize that the person has grown.
Right.
So you can't take away from the growth. But it's like, I'm not about to try that again. That's like if somebody get on a roller coaster and they get injured or something and then they never get on that roller coaster again. You can't blame them for never getting on that roller coaster again because they had a bad experience on that roller coaster. That doesn't mean to say that roller coaster is like faulty or it doesn't, it's not good anymore. It's just not good for that person. So that's what it is with me in my situation.
Okay,
it's
let me
not
ask
good for my person.
I'm gonna ask both of y'all this. I'm gonna let y'all answer one at a time. I'm gonna start with you. Is it safe to say that modern women of today are only loyal to themselves?
Modern women of today, what have we already identified what a modern woman is? What's your idea of a modern woman is?
We
Or
are
what-
loyal to ourselves. I'm gonna say it because I am a
Okay.
modern woman. I'm a modern woman, and the definition of a modern woman is that I'm
gonna tell you what.
I don't
okay,
need-
a modern woman. A modern woman is somebody who has zero concern for anybody else, her self-image, her family's image. She has no self-respect, per se.
You talking about Krishan?
No.
I respect my kids and my
listen.
family. My kids.
No, listen.
Now, when it comes to my kids,
When I say self-respect,
I don't play
mean,
about them.
I mean, as far as like their image or how they go out in public, they don't believe that I'm representing my family's image or I'm representing my husband's image. I'm representing me.
I don't know.
And
Is
they're
Lizzo a modern
impulsive.
woman?
I don't
You said
know.
what?
Is Lizzo a modern woman?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
She's beyond the modern.
I don't-
Lizzo ain't.
Okay,
Lizzo
then, yeah.
is the
They
bottom
only
of the
care
barrel of
about
modern women.
themselves.
I don't.
I agree. But
She's
I
the
wouldn't
bottom barrel.
identify
She's bottom
myself
barrel.
as that.
And I don't
Did y'all
even know
see when she
Lizzo.
was on that
Okay.
stage and she just started twerking with that flute?
With her pants
like if she
off,
put her
okay,
pants
I
down?
wasn't-
What was the point of
That
that?
shit was
She didn't
wild.
have to put her pants down because
what
she like
made
talented
you
girl.
do
What
You
that?
can play the flute.
What
Like,
made you pull
Listen,
your
just play
pants
the
down?
flute.
If it's
Girl,
all
you
about
tight.
talent,
We're
why did
playing
you
the
have to
flute.
pull your
Yeah.
pants? Why
That's
didn't
what
you see your
that's
ass
what I
crack?
said. That's what came in my
Okay,
mind. You
I
said a
felt
woman
that
with no
too.
You know what I'm
respect
That
and
saying?
all of
wasn't-
that.
Why
wasn't
wouldn't you
it.
see your ass crack?
Yeah, I didn't.
But I will
So, yeah, they
say
don't care about
because
themselves.
my son, he is in the sports interest, like the sports world, and so there's a lot of things that I don't do because I run into a lot of parents, a lot of like his friends. Like sometimes they be on my Instagram and stuff. So when I go out into the world, I do think that I represent my kids. Like I don't necessarily say they dad, but I do represent them.
How about on social media?
On social media as well too, there's some things that I won't post, or sometimes I'll block them and they friends so they can't see you. as,
No,
like,
I mean
close
what
friends.
you post. Period.
What I post, period. Yeah, what I post, like
Do you,
I
but
can.
when you're posting, like just say you go out on the weekend, do you feel like, damn, you know what? This probably ain't.
If
the
my
best
daughter,
no, not even my
seen
daughter
it-
would see it. If anybody that just knows me that would look at me a different type of way, or possibly like, damn, what type of daughter is she raising if she like this? Does those thoughts ever cross your mind before you
before I hit.
you know what I'm saying?
Post.
That close friends or that whatever. That's what I mean by not caring about image.
I
It's
want
like-
to say that I do a pretty good. I do care. I do. So I do monitor like what I do. Sometimes that I'll post something and then I'll delete it. Because like I'll be
You'll
I'll
sober
be
up and be like, damn,
I'll
this
be
was
walking
tweaking.
a thin line like sometimes. So I will say that I do take them into consideration. I do consider myself a modern woman, but I do take in consideration of my kids, especially my son, because I don't want nobody like sending him memes and being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna suck your mama titties or like just something like shit like that. Like I know little boys, like
Yeah, but
I know
you
little
said,
boys.
You said that you agree modern women are only loyal to themselves.
no,
and
I
one
know
else.
I do because I'm
Why you
very
say
loyal
that?
to myself. Like I said, like I was saying to you, I don't think that I wouldn't visit anyone in jail. Like if that just goes for anybody. That goes for my father. If my baby daddy went to jail today, he will not hear from me. I'm not about to accept his calls. And I tell this to him to his face. So he
Yeah.
better not go to jail. Not never.
How about you? You agree that women of today are only loyal to themselves?
I mean, I definitely think that there's been a big shift from women being more like conscious of what they putting out there. Like the whole, what is it, the OnlyFans?
Oh
and
my
the,
God, yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like there's a big standard that's where it's just like they don't give a fuck about how you feel.
When I mean loyal to themselves, I mean women
I believe that they don't give a fuck about how nobody feel.
About their man,
I'm
especially.
saying, no, I mean, even at the detriment of their own families or their own children, they will put their own happiness above their children's outcome.
Possibly.
Modern women, yeah.
I think it's just
Traditional,
the-
maybe not.
I think it's just the way that the world is. Like you got these love and hip hop Hollywoods and all of these different shows that glorify that type of shit where these women is fighting on camera and shit and they backstabbing each other and they like
Yeah,
just
that's
ruining
true.
their own images for money.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's a really big thing nowadays, and it's tainting the society of younger women because they seeing that and they seeing that as normal. So I definitely think that there's like been a big shift. But again, in the beginning of this, I was on some like I don't really know where I fall in those categories. So I wouldn't label myself as modern or traditional. Like so, I feel like there is those women that don't necessarily fall in either one of those categories. But modern women for sure, I would say if you label yourself as that, it's probably on some like don't give a fuck about
Nothing.
how nobody feel about you or what image you putting out there.
See, the reason we like to label women is because it comes with certain duties with these labels, and I feel women who women who don't like to be labeled typically don't want to be held to those certain standards. So it's like, okay, I'm labeling you a traditional woman. that comes with duties and
So what is
you know what I'm saying?
what is traditional woman then?
A traditional woman?
Yeah.
That would be more like your great grandma's generation, where it was family over everything, where they
Even if
put
the man
family
cheated,
before.
even if the man cheated though.
Yeah, but you guys are so focused on.
But that was the thing. Even
You
if the
guys are
man
so
cheated,
focused on cheating.
but you gotta treat us right. Like that's mental abuse when
That's
you
not
do
mental
some shit.
abuse.
All
That's-
right,
that-
you
first
don't
of all,
think it
that's not
is because
mental
it's not
abuse.
done to you.
No, look.
fuck?
First
It
of
is.
all,
That's
first of all, it's
that
not.
fucks with a woman's mental.
No,
Yes, it
women
does.
fuck with their own mental because y'all go
All
looking
right.
for shit. Men are fucking bitches and just say, "Hey, babe, look at this bitch I just fucked. Look how I bent her over." No, you're going in that nigga's phone and you're finding those text messages and them
So
videos.
you blaming it on us? I'm confused.
I'm saying if he's being a good man to you, he's doing his job, he's doing everything.
Because part of his job
And-
ain't being loyal to you.
No, listen.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
not
No,
it.
just answer. No, look.
All men in
Hold on.
general.
Just
they're-
answer
that's
this
not,
question.
That's loyalty
Answer
is
this
out
question.
the door.
Loyalty
It's
is
out
not
the
his
door.
job.
Yeah.
Men are loyal to you in different ways. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, if he's doing his
Not with this
job,
dick.
Yeah.
if he's doing his job, you choose to go on his phone and you see something that fucks with your own mental. Whose fault is that? Yours or his?
It's his fault for it being there to fuck with my mental.
It definitely is his fault.
If you are committed to me and part of your job is to be loyal to me and you decide that you gonna cheat on me and I happen to come across it.
No, he is
that's
loyal.
not
No,
my
he's
fault.
loyal to you. He is
He's-
loyal to you.
He's not loyal.
What
If I
is
come
your
across
definition of
something,
loyalty?
if I come across something that shows
What
that
is your
he's not-
definition of loyalty? And it has to be the same for what you expect from your woman.
No,
and
it
what you
doesn't, because
expect
we're
from
different.
yourself.
No,
Like,
it doesn't, because we're different. We're not the
Okay.
same, so
All
it
right.
can never be the same.
All right.
Listen,
So what-
Life's not fair.
listen, monogamy itself is a social construct, right? It was created for a reason. It's not in a man's nature to be sexually monogamous. It's
don't think
more
it's in
in
a
a woman's
person.
nature. No, it's more in a woman's nature. You get damaged psychologically by being monogamous. Men do not. So if a woman sleeps with over 5 men, that would disqualify her from being, well, I ain't gonna say disqualify. It lowers her percentage of being able to be a good wife by like 30%, 30, 40%.
Because hoes is winning these days. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hoes is
Like-
winning. What you call winning?
Like they getting the man. They like getting the marriage, the house.
What
the-
hoes is getting a marriage? Please don't name no love and hip hop people, and don't name no celebrities. They live in different worlds. A world that you're never
So
gonna
I
access.
don't want to. I plead the fifth. I can't name because that means I gotta call people hoes.
Okay, we're gonna call
Um,
Checkmate on that. We run out of time. I don't went way over the limit. I didn't even look at the time. This was an interesting back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The
we
ladies.
didn't even get to our conversation about coming on the stage.
Okay, last
Life's
question. Go ahead.
not fair.
Go ahead. Ask the question. This is the last
So
one.
I had a question for him,
ahead.
and I wanted to know for all the ladies, like, because I seen on Instagram, if you get put on stage by your favorite artist, let's just say Chris Brown, because you know he could dance. Are you on stage and are you twerking on him, or like, are you gonna stay with your man? Like, if he say, "Hey, come up," you know I'm about to do this song, "Take You Down." Everybody know what "Take You Down" mean, right? So. You go on stage, are you dancing on a man, or are you staying with your man? Like, that's my question.
What you
And
say?
I say I'm getting up there and I'm twerking on it.
What you say?
I'm gonna show him what I'm working with.
I say out of respect for my man, we making eye contact and you either gonna look at me like I'll whoop your ass or you gonna look at me like, and I will probably say, like y'all said, if a man let you go on stage, he probably at that point in his mind is, I want to see what you gonna do. So I would honestly say, probably not. Honestly, I don't even have celebrity crushes
That's
like
why I'm
that to where I
single,
would.
y'all.
Only person I would have probably went on stage for was Nipsey Hussle. But I feel like,
Oh damn!
I feel like my man it would have been on some like, some
Rest in
business
peace,
shit.
Nip the Crip.
Yeah, it would have been like, honestly, like any opportunity I would have had to get close to Nipsey, I feel like I probably would have took it.
Okay, so my question
Okay,
for
so
you.
yeah, so yours is Nipsey. Mine's is
But
Chris Brown,
I mean,
though.
I don't see myself twerking on Nipsey. Like it's just it ain't that type of energy. Like,
You would have
but
went up there and Crip walk.
I would have went up there and I would have like I just feel like it wouldn't have been no foul play because of the type of energy that would have been
Okay,
involved.
so-
but I wouldn't go on stage and twerk on no man. What if I went out to a concert with my man?
You and your man, y'all walk in the bar. Female grabs him, starts twerking on him. He dances on her while you standing here. Is that cool?
I'll twerk on her. Why she twerking on him?
Okay, long as
Let's fuck the club
long as
up.
you go both ways.
Let's fuck
I'ma
the club
say
up
any-
together.
If it's Rihanna, I'm with
All right,
it. If it's
let's fuck it
Rihanna,
up
me and him
together.
done already had
Man,
this.
Yeah,
Rihanna
I
ain't
bet you her
twerking
ass
on no
not
niggas
bigger.
y'all
I
fucking with.
bet you her
Y'all
ass
stop
not bigger
it.
than
Fuck,
mine.
what you
though.
talking about?
Y'all not gonna be in
I mean,
the same
Rihanna man was
vicinity
just
as
in
Rihanna.
jail
Yeah, I bet your ass
though.
Y'all not gonna be in the
So,
same
if we
vicinity
gonna
as
use,
Rihanna.
if we gonna use a nigga being in jail as a thing, wasn't
Yeah.
her man just in jail?
Yeah, I'ma
though?
circle
Like,
Rihanna
I'm
too,
just
girl.
saying.
Y'all out
I'm
y'all
just
fucking
saying.
mind.
I'ma
Listen,
throw it all the way
any
back on
any
Riri.
bitch who would twerk on another man in front of her man, that's not your bitch, homie. Leave that
So
bitch
then,
at that concert.
would you? So the thing is, would you get on the stage for Riri, or would you get on stage for Beyonce?
I'm a man. That's different.
Okay,
That's totally
so
different.
it's cool.
But any
when y'all
man,
do it, it's
and-
a problem when we do it.
and honestly,
All
It's
right,
always-
I probably
It's
wouldn't
a
even.
problem
I
when we
probably
do it.
wouldn't even get up there, to be honest, because what I'm getting up there to do, bitch, you finna give me some millions or something?
Exposure.
What you want to twerk on a nigga?
exposure.
Like if you gonna pull me up there and shout my podcast out, yeah,
Yeah,
but
you gonna have
if
on
you
your
just-
sweater. You gonna be up
Yeah.
there like.
yeah, for that, but not
Yeah,
to
but
get
that's
up
what
there
I'm saying.
like
It's always
to twerk
circumstances.
on her.
It's like we narrow it down to this box thing, and it's always those circumstances. If I can get up there and show my get up there and show your brand.
Under no circumstance should a man be able to pull your woman anywhere while she with. Period. Not
And a-
even.
and a
not
woman
even-
shouldn't be
Even
able
if
to
I
pull
get
our
promote
man.
my brand, even if I'm not
Even if you
twerking.
promote your brand, because what you should do in return is pull your man up there with you.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, now we
I'm
gotta
with
add
him.
in
But
the-
yeah, shout out the Viral Way Podcast. You feel me? Make sure y'all go share, like, and subscribe, like y'all better do out there that's watching this. That's how
You're
you
not
handle
gonna do
that.
it for your woman.
Fuck you mean? My woman gonna push me up there. Nigga, Beyonce
Exactly.
grab you, get up there, because the whole world gonna want to see
That's
who
it.
is this
That's-
nigga
so that's
dancing
how.
with Rihanna.
So why wouldn't you want that same type of exposure for your woman?
Because it's a difference. I'm a man. This is my property. If you
Oh,
got up
wow.
there for
So
another
women are-
man,
okay.
Women are property
It's
now.
Yes.
it's time to
No,
exit.
Yes.
It's time to end. The,
We don't own anyone.
it's
We
time to end the
experience
podcast.
people.
I'm not
We
dating
don't
no
own
woman that I
anyone.
don't own. If I don't
No,
own
no,
you,
no.
It's time to end the
You
podcast
ain't my woman.
now.
No, no,
Just
Because
flat
I'm
out.
gonna let my man get up there. Go ahead and get up there with, and then if she wanna go to the back, go to the back and tell her let me come too. Like we could get
listen,
a threesome
homie,
popping.
we gonna end it like this. If your woman could be pulled on stage by another man, because a celebrity is just a
I'm
man.
secure
It's
enough.
just another
He's
person.
just another man, right?
just
So
another
if
person.
another man can sway your woman in your face,
To twerk on him on stage.
imagine
correct?
what the fuck he can get her to do when you're not around.
To
homie.
twerk on him on
Leave
stage.
that
correct?
bitch on stage and let's see if she can leave
But
with
it's
him.
a show though.
Right, because if I
Right.
get pulled on stage and I can promote
It's
my
a
brand
show.
and what
Okay,
I'm
cool.
offering,
So-
then I'm
so
going
she's
on
putting
stage.
on the show like
So
this
let's
is a
hope
part
he
of her
take
show.
you. So let's hope he take you on tour. Because guess what? When you
Oh,
get
you ain't
home,
gotta take me on
locks
tour.
is
As long,
changed.
long
Your
as,
shit
as
back
long
on
as
the
I get to
front
promote
line.
my brand
Bitch, you
on
going
stage,
back
I'm
to
not
your
gonna
mama
twerk
house.
on
It's
no
over.
man
It's
on
cool
stage.
when they
on
The
my
do
viral
it.
way.
It's a problem when we do it.